late October in New Hampshire. 70 degrees in Senate. Can everybody please give it up for your outstanding United States Senator Jean Shaheen? Your next governor, Maggie Hessen. Your next Congresswoman, Annie Custer. And I'm just going to say something special about one of the most talented singers, songwriters that America's ever had. He has just been a great friend. This guy has been working his tail off on behalf of this campaign. I couldn't be prouder that he's working with us. James Taylor. Give it up. I love you back.
I love you!
10 days, and you'll be stepping into a voting booth and making a defining choice about the future of our country. Not just a choice between two candidates or two political parties, it is a choice between two fundamentally different visions for America. We believe in the values that built the largest middle class, the strongest economy the world's ever known. A promise that hard work will pay off. A promise that responsibility will be rewarded. The idea at the core of this nation that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, this is a country where everybody gets a fair shot and everybody does their fair share. Here in America. We believe that we are endowed by our Creator. We believe in inalienable rights. We insist on personal responsibility. Yes. We don't believe anybody's entitled to success. We know we all have to earn it. Yeah. We honor the strivers, the dreamers, the risk takers. Everybody who's been the driving force behind our free enterprise system, the greatest engine of growth and prosperity the world's ever known. Yep. But we also believe that the true measure of prosperity is more than just a running tally of corporate balance sheets, quarterly profit reports. We measure prosperity not just by how many millionaires and billionaires we produce. We measure prosperity by how well a typical family's doing. Are getting a great education and can go as far as their dreams and hard work will take us. We understand that in this country, people succeed when they've got a chance at a decent education. They can learn new skills. And by the way, so do the businesses that hire them, or the companies that they start. We believe our economy grows when we support research into medical breakthroughs, and new technologies like clean energy and fuel-efficient cars. We know that our country is stronger when we can count on affordable health insurance and Medicare. When we protect our kids from toxic dumping and mercury pollution. When there are rules in place to make sure that we aren't taken advantage of by credit card companies or mortgage lenders or unscrupulous financial institutions. We know we're better off when politicians in Washington aren't allowed to make decisions about health care that women are perfectly capable of making. That's what we believe. We believe. That's the vision that we embrace. I appreciate that. Governor Romney now, he's got an entirely different view about what this country's about. Now, he's been running around saying he's got a 5-point plan for the economy. 1 point. Turns out it's a 1-point plan. Yes. Folks at the very top get to play by a different set of rules than you do. They get to pay lower tax rates, outsource jobs. They want to let Wall Street run wild, make reckless bets with other folks' money. That was his philosophy when he was the CEO. That was his philosophy as governor. And, as President Clinton said, he doesn't have a lot of press because he's not talking about big change, but all he's offering is a big rerun of the same policies that created so much hardship for so many Americans. And you know, Governor Romney's been out here making a lot of last-minute promises lately. Said he's all about fighting for the middle class. Says he cut taxes for everybody and asked something from nobody. But the problem is, we've heard those promises before. Now keep in mind, Governor Romney lives just a few miles south of here, in the state of Massachusetts. During Governor Romney's campaign for governor down there, he promised the same thing he's promising now. He said he'd fight for jobs and middle-class families. Vote! But once he took office, he pushed through a tax cut that overwhelmingly benefited 278 of the wealthiest families in the state. And then he raised taxes and fees on middle-class families to the tune of $750 million. Does that sound familiar to you? When he's asked about this, he says, no, these weren't taxes, these were fees. Keep in mind, there were higher fees to be a barber, higher fees to become a nurse. There were higher fees for gas. There were higher fees for milk. There were higher fees for blind people who needed to get a certificate that they were blind. He raised fees to get a birth certificate, which would have been expensive for me. He raised fees for marriage certificates and fees for funeral homes. So there were literally cradle to grave tax hikes and fees. And when he left office, there were only 3 states in the country that had created fewer jobs than Massachusetts. And by the way, one of them was Louisiana, that had been hit by Hurricane Katrina. He talks a lot about small businesses, still talks about it. Says, I'm a business guy, I know about small businesses. Massachusetts, when he was governor, ranked 48th in small business creation. And one of the 2 states that ranked lower was Louisiana, that had gotten hit by Hurricane Katrina. So, you know, this is a guy who has a track record of saying one thing and doing something else.
Now you know the time.